Thank you, Dawn, and good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be here. As Dawn mentioned, I'm a three-time alum of Florida State University. I grew up, I see some of our county network people here. I grew up a few miles inland of Cocoa Beach and still have family down there. So after spending 26 years at the University of Texas at Austin and raising my family there, it was time to come back and serve my alma mater and be back in the state of Florida. And it's really energizing and wonderful to come home full circle at this season of my career. On behalf of the entire Florida State University College of Social Work, I want to welcome you. For those of you, if this is your first time to Tallahassee, welcome you to Tallahassee, welcome you to our campus, and just say to you how excited I am that all of you are here, because I look out across the room, what I see are shining stars and rising stars. And I think about the unique talents and strengths and background and skills and culture that you're bringing to today and tomorrow, and that gives me hope for the future. Because in a lot of respects, the profession of social work isn't one star shining bright, but it's a constellation, right? And we can all look up in the sky and debate about whether we see a plow or a drinking gourd or a salmon egg when we see the Big Dipper. But what we can't refute is the stars that comprise that constellation. And what makes those different interpretations of the Big Dipper stick isn't the stars, but the stories we tell about the stars and how they connect to one another. So when I look out and I see a constellation that looks like this, that's a powerful story. I think that the next couple of days are not going to only be impactful for the profession of social work and hopefully for each one of you, but for the state of Florida and for our profession. But for us to remain true to our story, we have to stay true to our values in our current arena. And our values are our North Star, right? So, you have a critical role to play, and we have a critical role to play together in cultivating a civil society, promoting social justice, alleviating critical social problems, and enhancing human well-being for everyone. And cultivating a civil society is the story of ordinary people living extraordinary lives. And that's the work that we're here to do, to lift up those stories and to support those lives, from individuals to communities and through policy. And we need smart policies driven by our North Star. So for you, when I look at the representation that you bring, there's a glimmer in the constellation that I see. And I have no doubt that each one of you is bringing your own journey and your lived experience and your story to this work. And I invite you to lean into the power that you can harness through your story as we do this work. I see each one of you as leaders. For me, leadership is not about a position that we hold. Leadership is about leaning into our unique strengths and how we show up in the world to impact those within our sphere of influence. So think about who's in your sphere of influence. Think about what your purpose and passion are. Think about what your unique superpower is and what thumbprint you want to leave on the world. That's how we lead, and that's how you lead. Your unique thumbprint leaning into your strengths and your superpowers, not about a position.